I have to tell you guys about the time I manifested a free infrared sauna. Not only because it's the craziest story, but also because learning about other people's successful manifestation stories helps you expand your belief of what's possible, enabling you to become a master manifester. So I actually filmed this 1 year ago when it happened, but I've been dealing with some health issues and didn't have the time or energy to finish it, but I finally found the energy to finish editing the video. And so without further ado, let's rewind time and roll the clip. And the next big thing that I manifested was a free infrared sauna. This still blows my mind to this day. I've been wanting my own infrared sauna for a long time. I have fibromyalgia, and regular saunas are supposed to be really good for fibromyalgia. And so I always knew, manifesting in my future home, that I'm going to have a sauna. I'm actually planning on moving to LA in a few months, and I was researching apartments to see what I could afford. And while I was looking at pictures of apartments, I was envisioning where my sauna was gonna go in the apartment, just for fun. I wasn't really thinking anything about it. I was just visualizing where it was gonna be and being so excited that when I go to LA, you know, eventually, maybe not my first apartment, but eventually I'm going to have an infrared sauna. The next week, I got a text from a guy that I dated for like a month. During that month that I was dating him, I mentioned to him that I wanted to buy a sauna. I never thought I was gonna hear from this guy again. It kind of ended in flames, not gonna lie. I never thought I was gonna hear from this guy again. But he texted me out of the blue saying, "Hey, do you want a sauna?" I was like, what? What? Yes, I want a sauna. Are you, what? And so it ends up his best friend had an infrared sauna that he got from his biological father as a gift that was in his basement, and he was going into the Air Force and needed to get rid of all the stuff in his house, including the sauna that he never used. And so he got me in contact with his friend, and this thing was a monstrosity. It was a 3-person sauna, super fucking old. It was from like the 90s originally. The friend offered to borrow a truck from his family member and disassemble the sauna, deliver it for free, and assemble it in my apartment for me for free. So delivered, assembled, all for free. I was desperate for anything that would help my fibromyalgia, so I'm like, fuck it, I will have a 3-person sauna in my tiny little apartment. So he brings it here, and in the process of disassembling it and reassembling it, the wood panels weren't really lining up anymore, and so there were gaps in between. So I would have to seal it off to make sure it was airtight so it could actually heat up in there. And the control panel was having some issues where it would heat up, but it would like scream at me when I would turn it on. Not to mention the control panel was missing buttons, and the heaters were these super old panels from the 90s that just hang on a single screw, and part of the bench was missing over the main on-off switch. It was just super janky all around. No wonder it was free. I mean, my cat liked it. And I guess the cool thing was, where it was placed, I could watch TV from inside it. But it was just so old and decrepit. And technically, I could get it working, but it was a lot of work. It was huge, it was old, and I just did not like the feng shui of it in my living room anymore. There was no room for my end table next to my couch. I decided that it just wasn't worth it, that the benefit I would gain from it was just not worth having it. I hated it. So I had it in my apartment for about a month, and I decided, I don't want this anymore. I changed my mind. He told me that if I couldn't get it working, that he wouldn't just abandon me with this giant sauna, that he would help me get rid of it. So I reached out to him, and he disassembled it for me for free and drove it to the dump to get rid of it, because really no one needed the sauna. It was so old that disassembling it, reassembling it so many times, it just needed to go to a recycling center. All for free! I'm still shook that this happened, but yeah! I manifested a fucking sauna and Invisalign for free. And I don't know how to do these things, but this is just to let you know, like, you never know what you're capable of manifesting. You know, I was under the impression that I was going to buy a sauna, and I was ready to buy Invisalign, but yeah, sometimes unexpected things come into your life. Just the timing depends on, you know, The universe has to move the pawns around, and it knew that I dated this guy and his friend was getting rid of a sauna and that I wanted a sauna, so it came full circle. It's like, hey, this is matching up. Great. Let's hook this chick up. So I'm curious. I want to hear some of your manifestation success stories. Let me know any other big things that you've manifested. But in the meantime, if you want more videos like this, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel so I can teach you more about manifestation and weird spiritual woo-woo shit and mental health and physical well-being. And if you just want to spend more time with me, then subscribe to my channel. I'm sending you all of my love. Bye.